Hi, everybody. Welcome to another fantastic Akashic Adventure. I'm here with Viviani and Diana, and Viviani Heller and Diana Bowles. I'm sorry, my brain just poofed for a second. Um,
Ugh, I can't stay awake today. I don't know what's going on. Seriously.
I had a shot of like a concentrated matcha, so I am awake.
oh, good for you. Hi, Scott. And
Nice one.
I just want to say hello to a few people here. I know I'm going to miss some of you. Paul Freed and Carl. I know you're here, Carl, and we've read uh, your your messages, and I'm so happy. We're all really, really happy that you're doing so well, and good for you. That's amazing. But I think that it's. Um, I don't know, Viviani. Viviani had something to say about the kittens and the
Oh
mama.
yes, it is okay that if the kittens got changed a little switch between the mamas. The important thing is that they are being fed, and because it is a maternal instinct, so the mamas are nursing together, so they will not differentiate. Okay, this is not my kitten. It's just that mother instinct kicks in, and they will care. That's why it's also you see sometimes you may find a kitten that and it could be even a dog that just recently nursed, whereas nursing the dog would take on nurse the a kitten too. If it is just like I said, it is. But I'm glad that they are safe and being fed, and I'm sorry to hear that. You say
Yeah,
that one or two passed, and we're so happy to hear that things are working out great for you, and we're all happy for you.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I wanted to share.
yeah. And Paula Freed, I have your question, um, and I have your question, Ness. And hi, Sonia, heavenly blessed honey. Nice to see
Hi,
you here.
Leah.
Hi, Leah. Hi,
Everybody,
T.
it's good to see
Yeah,
y'all. For sure.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We've got 21 people in chat so far.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Great.
and T. Lynn says she's sensing these elementals and hoping to find more info about them. Live against the brush barrier, the hedge between us and the golf course. Perfect for them. That's awesome. I have a.
Nice.
It's great to have a connection to elementals. It really is. Hi, Diane, Diane G, and White Dragon. Hi and welcome. Hi, Alexandra Trevino. I have your question. Um, let's see. And I'm just going to go down here. And oh, Jonathan Daly. Hi. Welcome.
Oh,
Hi, Jonathan. So nice to see you all here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And Leah, I have your question. Hi, Jackie.
okay.
Wanda's not here right now because her royal majesty, her royal avian majesty overlord, has decided she wants to heckle from the peanut gallery. Okay.
Well, we
Uh,
have Grizzly to take her place.
Oh,
okay.
so
Okay.
cute.
He's so great. He's almost white.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a cutie pie.
He is.
Little nice little puppy. I
Mm-hmm.
have a question from
Yeah.
Nivra. Hi, Nivra. Welcome.
Then you come across him in the dark and you step on him.
Oh God. Hi, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I already said hi to Jackie. It's Hypnicity and Aaron. And I have a question from Carl. Okay, we're up at 8 questions now. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what? It takes us 2.5 hours to answer 10 questions. Hi, Scorpio Mama. So, hi, Delphi. Leah. Leah says her elementals are silly and powerful. I think that's true of all elementals. I don't think that yours are uh, particularly silly or particular. I mean, oh, Pixie
Yeah.
is here. Hi, Pixie. Hi,
I
Pixie.
think see.
Rossi, hello,
Hi,
Rossi.
Rossi.
Hi, Rossi.
Jessica Lynn, and Hypnicity wants a reading on her days with Merlin. That brings it up to 9.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Cassidy wants to know, I have to move where next? You know, that's not really a good question for the Akashic Records. I'm going to skip your question because honestly, I think you're better off asking for a response from Tarot or from Val and Allie have a show Wednesday nights called Sweet Spots Spiritual Gifts. It is fascinating. I highly recommend that you go and look at that because they will definitely be able to answer your question. They're doing amazing pardon me, amazing work with that kind of question, like where am I supposed to be living?
Mm-hmm.
Go there
Yes.
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And
it's every other week. I don't know if it's scheduled for this week.
is it every other week? Oh, I didn't know.
I believe it's
I
going to
think
be
they were
next
on
week.
last week, but that's a good question for them.
Yeah, that would be much better answered by them because we're just gonna honestly, the Akashic Records masters don't really care.
It's a free will to them. They say, okay, it's your decision. Really, mainly where you want it. They're more concerned about your spiritual development and growth and questions of that.
Okay, I'm going to read whose questions I have now.
Okay.
Paul Freed, Ness, Heavenly Blessed Honey, Sonia, White Dragon, Leah, Alexandria Trevino, Nivra, Carl Keys, Hypnicity, Aaron O'Nugent, which is a very funny question, and it's actually very insightful, and Jonathan Daly. And so far, so that's 11 questions so far, and I think that I will close the questions now because
okay.
Oh, Diane G says the next Sweet Spots will have Michelle.
Oh, great.
Yes, for astrocartography. So yes, get in there and ask her ask them the questions because the way that they approach this subject, this topic, this kind of question is really unique and yeah.
It's
very
fun.
it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. Let's see. So yeah, Lacey, I'm sorry, but questions are closed. And
hi, Lacey.
And yeah, we're going to work hard to get done within an hour and a half. And Ness, yes, well, we have
your question. Yeah.
So I'm just going to put in that questions are now closed. So mods, if you could just make a note of that, please. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Hi, Gina. Nice to see you. Oh my God.
Nice seeing you, Gina.
It must be like midnight in
Super Moms.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And yeah, Dakota Calc, if Wanda gets too noisy, I will have to go and see if she will cooperate this time. Right now, she's just hanging on the stage, just, looking. Okay. We'll start by opening I don't know why I just did that. Okay, so everybody, let's do this together. Deep breath in, hold it at the top, and then let it out through your mouth. And breathe with your belly. So push your belly out when you're breathing in and push your belly in when you're breathing out. And it starts a cycle. Never mind. There's a whole philosophy behind that I'm only a little familiar with, so I'll shut up now. So breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Again. Last time. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so this group, consisting of the people here now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch in the future, are given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. And I'm going to read silently for a few seconds. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy field of this group to receive the records of their souls.
Linda, I added a question from there was one extra question that was already there. It's from Imelda, so that's why you see a lot.
Oh, Imelda. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fine. That's fine because I know I know I do my best, but I miss them. So thank you for having my back. What a great co-host you are. You're awesome.
Thank you.
So the first message we have is from No, wait, that's wrong. That's not the first message. The first question. Oh yeah, that's why, because I'm way down at the bottom because I was reading them all. Okay, the first question is actually from Paul. I guess it's for me. Any messages for me? My front door open and a butterfly came in my house. Is that a message from Mom? Yeah, it is a message from your mom. And she's sending you messages all the time. Sometimes it's butterflies, sometimes it's a little feather, sometimes it's a bright, something shiny and bright, like a shiny stone or maybe a dime. Like I just see shiny, a little glint, somebody's rhinestone that fell out of an earring. But she likes butterflies and flowers. Flower petals might also be another message. Messages for you. Okay, all right. Let's ask the Akashic Records Masters. Your powers are awakening. You're beginning to be. You're starting to step forth on the spiritual path. Keep going. You will keep meditating or opening yourself to spirit, open yourself to dreams. Your conversations with spirit happen mostly in your dreams at this point, like at this stage of your development. Develop compassion and empathy for your own self as much as you develop for others. As much as you feel compassion for others, feel it for yourself. That could be a message for all of us, right? Other than that, there's nothing. There's no specific like special message except that you are awakening, and and setting forth. So I don't know, do the things that you do when you're awakening, like read, um, learn, and continue to connect yourself with your soul, with your spirit. I have a hard time distinguishing. I call them all the same thing. When I say connect with your heart, I mean your truest self, which of course is your soul. Um, yeah, yeah. That's what I've got for you, Paul. I appreciate your question, and I'm excited that I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you to be at the first steps of a journey. Do either of you guys have anything to add?
No, I think you hit it all.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And by the
Okay.
way,
Yeah.
I
sorry, go ahead.
saw I kept seeing a mist. Sometimes that's just a signal for me, but perhaps it is also a signal that, watch for hazy moments as she's in there.
The fog of Neptune. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Distinguishing between, that's a very good point, Diana. It's one of the things that beginning readers struggle with. I know I did. To learn to trust my intuition and to distinguish between intuition and illusion. And that takes practice. And the single most important component is feedback. Is
Mm-hmm.
to have people tell you, no, you're full of it. That's absolutely not true. And by the way, I'm a troll and I'm here just, no, I'm kidding. That um, uh, just learning to trust your intuition and learning to smell the difference between your ego, your illusion, what you want to be true, and what is true that's coming in. So yeah, excellent point.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So thanks for your question, Paul. I hope that gives you some comfort and some guidance, because that's always good to have. Next up, we have Ness. Yes, Ness, we have your question.
Mm-hmm.
And look, isn't that wonderful? The coincidence that it's Viviani's
Yeah.
question.
Yes. Oh, by the way, Carl is going to change his question. So just so you know, he's about to type another question.
Okay, Carl, can you save retyping it? And oh well, no. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and retype it. And yeah. Okay.
It's going to be
I
a
forgot
different.
it's not Nightbot. I forgot I'm not Nightbot. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Nas. Okay, so you're trying to finish the writing project and publishing this year. Okay. First thing I heard, Nas, was "you can do it," and then my impression. This is not what I'm going to say now. Is not coming from the masters. When I read your question, um, I'll change the word. I am trying to, like your thought process. I understand it was the way you asked for a question, but I am trying to finish. And then the masters come and say, "You can do it." But let me go back and hear more. I'm hearing, Nas, you have what it takes. Uh, let your, they're saying something like, put your monkey mind aside. You have the intelligence and the creativity. And you're second guessing yourself. And I'm getting that the most important thing is for you to complete the project, regardless if it's going to happen this year or next year. Um, Thinking about the date may be causing a bit of a block. Because you'll be comforting to know that you have more time, but at the same time, it could be an unnecessary delay. And I'm really feeling like my solar plexus as I'm reading for you, Ness. Really feel the energy in my solar plexus.
Ness said that that's what she heard too. That's what I heard too. I can manifest the timing.
Yeah, that's why I think it is. Yeah, and the talking. Yeah, and again, I noticed that the the energy that I'm feeling like around my torso area, like very strong now.
She also says completing it will be important for me and my evolution.
Yes, wonderful. And I just had a flash on us of you sitting in front of a desk with books as you're signing the books. And I want an autographed book too. Yeah, that's what I saw. So yeah, you have what it takes, and I guess like the master said, you in a way the date change will not necessarily make easier, because yeah, the finishing line is the most important thing, regardless if it is this year or next year. Although now it's pretty much July already, if you think about it, right? So it's gonna go by. I know it's going to go by fast, but yeah, you have what it takes. And I think it's your monkey mind sometimes gets a little bit in the way, as it happens to all of us.
Yeah.
But I love that I saw that. I wasn't even asking. I asked the masters that anything else that you like to tell Nas, and then I had that flash of you sitting, with a smile on your face, signing books. So that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your question, Nas. I wish you the best.
Thanks, Viviani. And thank you, Ness, for that question. Next, Diana, I have a question for you from Sonia from Heavenly Blessed Honey. She wants to know if she has a connection with a man in our community that I will meet up with, please and thank you. Oh,
It wasn't a past life. No guarantees that in the flesh meeting will happen this time. You will recognize each other. they're showing me a lantern. Growing into the Hermit card. So you are on separate paths from each other. That doesn't mean yet you don't recognize each other from the past. Not just a past life, but somebody that you knew in the past is in this chat with an unrecognizable name, doesn't recognize you. Give me a second. That's such an awkward message. Okay, they're taking me back to the Hermit card. Let your light shine. His light is also shining. You will stumble upon each other. You will recognize each other, though there is a great distance. So you may not meet up in this lifetime, other than that recognition. End of transmission. Anybody else?
It's very foggy for me. It's very, very nebulous, I think is the
That's a
dictionary
good
word.
word for it. It was
Very
like
nebulous.
it's been, it is, it ain't.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm sorry. Sorry, Sonia. It's weird. I'm getting just very airy fairy, very wishy washy. In and out.
Like I can't. What's really hard to tell is if you already know this person that's in this chat. I mean, like they're showing me something like that. Like maybe not this chat, maybe some other chat that you're in. Someone you know is going to show up accidentally.
And
having been from a past life, but also having been from your past in this life.
mm-hmm.
So it's kind of foggy. It's like, there's a big distance between you geographically, so it's going to be hard to do anything more than chit chat.
But could it be that you're not seeing more, maybe because it's not time for the masters to reveal it? Maybe they don't want you to know that now.
Yeah. Entirely.
That makes good sense too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That feels right to me. That this is not for now.
Not today.
Because but sometimes I think there are things that need to unfold and develop in a way that if you know ahead of time, it would affect the flow of it, I guess.
They said, put it out there in the universe and let it go. Let the universe work on it for you.
Mm-hmm. So that's just no more to show, I guess.
Okay, Lisa.
Yeah. Thanks, Diana, and thank you, Sonia. It was
yes. Thank you, Sonia.
It was an interesting question to look at for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Next,
the Hermit card was especially interesting because it was just the light, and then it faded. Like fade to black. No, this faded in rather than fading to black. So it's like yes, but no. Yes, but no.
Yes, but not now.
Yeah, because it's the Hermit card.
Yeah. I get that. That's just such an interesting situation to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, listen, you old bag. Your door's
love. No, you just have to wait. You gotta trust in time. It's a game of give and take. I hear you there, Leah.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, thank you, Diana, and thank you, Sonia.
And yes, my hair is purple because purple rain, because Prince's birthday.
And you're a rock star. Remember, I said that already.
And I just miss my purple hair. It used to be a whole lot more purple than this, but I'm not going to double process it to get that purple anymore.
You know, I've been thinking about doing something outrageous with my hair, and I can't bring myself to do it.
It washes out though. That's just,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Oh,
a
does
couple
it?
washings and it'll be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to do it next time, and we'll see you.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Like
is
it would be hard for
lime
Viviani
green?
to do it, but she could do it with the reds and the oranges because of the depth of her hair.
Color,
So
yeah.
she could bring in the auburns extremely well.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Flame hair for Diana. Ooh, or for Viviani.
Yeah.
That
My red hair days are well over.
Yeah, mine too. And next is a question for me from Leah, who wants to know if my partner is with me in the future on my soul path. Well, if you want them to be, they will. Because don't forget, you set up your life. Like I'm not even connecting to the masters right now. I'm just telling you what I already know. I've observed this. I have seen this in the records, so I know that it's true. It's been my experience and my observations, and that's what I'm sharing with you. You set up your life path and the important people in your life path while you're in the next world, while you're in that realm, and or the quantum realm, whatever you want to call it. And so if you have set up to be with your partner, then that is like I don't want to say fated, but it is fated because you set it up. And if you're with a partner now, then if you want to set up another lifetime with your partner, you can do that. Only maybe this time they'll be your grandparent or your parent or a sibling or a child. So it's not necessarily that they're going to be your partner again, partner, like spouse, partner. May even be a business partner, like people go into business with each other, partnerships for a lifetime that are so yeah, if you have set it up that way, they will be with you, not necessarily as your partner, but as part of your very close soul group. Because don't forget, our soul groups can have thousands of people in them, because there's like the teachers, the friends in school, the that nice person, cashier at the grocery store. All of these people, we can have soul groups of like thousands of people.
Yes.
The intimate soul group, all right? The parents, grandparents, siblings, children, best friends, partners, that's much smaller. That's like maybe 40 people, 50 people. But the people that we encounter, when we have some meaningful encounter with, they're part of our soul groups too. The person that you smile at every day at the bus stop, they're part of our soul group too. We have to begin to think more inclusively and expansively about who we're connected to, because we're connected to everybody.
Yes.
Everybody. And whether they're part of our learning in our path, that's a different question. Well, yeah, they kind of can be. They kind of can be the most random encounter. I mean, I remember saying to a woman in the grocery store, "Oh, I love your shoes." Total stranger. Never saw her before. Haven't seen her since. Um, but who knows what kind of a ripple effect that would have had on her and her life. So yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah, I do random compliments like that.
Yeah.
And now that I'm old, I can do them to men too, because they don't take it the wrong way because I'm old. It's delightful. It's delightful. This is a
Mm-hmm.
wonderful time of life. So,
Mm-hmm.
Leah, I hope that answers your question. I hope that gives you some insight and maybe makes you ask more questions and look more deeply into it. And thank you for that. I really appreciate that you asked it. Thank you, and thanks for being here, all of you.
Yeah.
Viviani,
Mm-hmm.
next for you, I have a question from Alexandria. I can't help it.
Trevino.
Alexandria.
That's
A beautiful name, man. It just
yes, it is.
off my tongue.
Hi,
It's
Alessandria. Thank you for being here. So let's see what your guides have for you.
I'm totally missing chat. I'm sorry. Dakota Celt says I have a young heart. Yeah, I'm 6 years old. It's true. Oh, Captain Morgan, thanks for putting up the links to the channels and the PayPals. I really appreciate that.
Interesting. The first thing that I heard for you, Alessandria, is that they are happy that you are here in this community because you have gifts. That's the first thing that I heard. I heard your inner light is growing, expanding. You're expanding and growing spiritually. And then I heard sometimes fear gets in the way. Or believe in yourself and move forward. You are a powerful manifester. I see an image of sunrise, which is beautiful. powerful like the sun. Let me see. Then I got that it would be good, important for you if you're not doing that already. To learn different things, experience different things. Get out of your learning new things to get out of your usual routine. You'll be healing for you. That's what I heard the next day. It will be healing for you to get involved in things and learning whatever you choose to do. It will be healing for you. So I hope that was helpful, and thank you so much for your question. Thank you for being here, Alessandria. See if you have any.
Thanks, Viviani. And
Mm-hmm.
thanks, Alexandria, for being here. Wow, we've got 39 people in chat.
Mm.
Um, I just want to say, Alexandria, and not just for Alexandria, but for everybody, I found it very healing just being in spirit, and
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily the meditation, although that probably really helps too, but the time that I spend in the Akashic records, I feel like so much better now than I did a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
physically. My sleep is better, my diet is better. I don't want to talk about how much junk food, and uh and the just the inner strength and the inner uh, certitude that I feel. It's when you start on this path, when you start on the spiritual path, the rewards aren't just your learning and your connecting and all the rest of it. There's actual physical and spiritual healing that takes place. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to say that. Next for Diana, we have a question from White Dragon.
Hi, Paul. Excuse me. Time to explore my stint in the desert while moving the Ark of the Covenant around. What do the records say? Was I in the group that moved it around? I had seen it earlier, and all I can say is yes, Ethiopia. That is your strain of treasure. For it's believed that there were three. But the one that and the church in Ethiopia is the one that you moved. And they're showing me the angels that are on top of it with their wings outstretched like a hood ornament of Pontiac or
A Rolls Royce.
rolls. Yeah, the
old ones, the
from
silver
the
spoon.
30s when everybody had their fancy ornament.
Yeah.
But there's more to this than that, because they're showing me the vest, the emerald vest, the vest with all the with the code grid that had the emerald, the ruby, the diamond, the sapphire, the what else was on there? I can't remember can't remember what all of the stones are, but there's like 9, maybe more, that are on this vest, and that you were wearing the vest. And whenever I see that building, that right now the name of it is escaping me, St. Mary's in Ethiopia. Whenever I see it, I see that grid light up, even though, you can't see into the building. There are no windows, but I see that grid, that vest is there all the time. So yes, you are in that group. You are part of that group still, because it is connected to Athena, and it is connected to the other travels that you do right now. You see grids on the ceiling also, right? And so it's all part of the connection. And it isn't necessarily just the 10 commandments per se. There's more to it than that.
White Dragon says that vest is a stone for each of the 12 tribes.
Yes, there you go. Right. And so, yeah, it's all the different stones that are on there are escaping me. But the ones that strike me the most is the emerald and the sapphire, and then that ruby. And because they light up, when I think of it, I see those lighting up more so than the others. So perhaps I have been in those tribes. Yep. It's definitely a portal. There is radiation that comes off of it, and the high priests that stand guard over it go blind from it because of the radiation.
Yep.
And generation after generation, this has happened. And it's not to be denied, no matter how many naysayers are out there. Three stones are harder than most. Yes, Leah.
He says the sword that Michael gave me has a big ruby sapphire and pink diamonds.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is what this has got to do with anything. In one of my dreams last night, I saw the sword Excalibur being thrown into the lake for the first time, and how it got there. For whatever that's worth, I'm just throwing that out there.
Cool. Captain Morgan has left the chat. Bye, Captain. Mirella is here. Hi, Mirella. And Jen Bowles, Amanda Carroll, V. Doyle, and I know I'm missing a bunch of people, and I apologize. I'm not very good at this. I mean,
well, and
that was a really good question, White Dragon. Thank you, Diana. Sorry, go ahead.
But I hope that it helped, Paul. Are you still?
Yeah. Next question is for me from Nivra. We're doing really well. Like, we're halfway through the questions, and it's like only been 3/4 of an hour. I mean, I know that for myself, I could do it more superficially, and I could just say yes, no, yeah, and just like, but that just doesn't feel right. And And so it's just going to take time. And I really can't tell you how much I appreciate all of you. First of all, showing up, like, wow, you're awesome. And really deeply, we all really deeply appreciate that. And secondly, your patience in sitting with us through these long periods of silence while we just,
Yes.
no, well, I mean,
Some messages are longer too, but we have to, we get what we get from the masters. So some
Yeah.
messages may be shorter, some may be longer, and
and some may be easier to access than others. And sometimes it's just in front of my face, and sometimes I have to really, really dig for the answers. And so, yeah, your patience and your forbearance, really appreciate that. Okay. Niver wants to know about lives in the time of the Maya or Plains Indians. Okay. Nice question. Specific. Southwest United States. This is pre-contact. This life is pre-contact. So there aren't any white people around. There are skirmishes with other tribes occasionally, but you're a woman in this tribe, and I see you in your probably 20s. You've got 3 or 4 little kids, and well, not little, but like there's probably 3 years between each of them. The oldest is maybe 10 or 12. You're married to your partner is a hunter and a warrior, and he brings back lots of meat for the tribe to eat. I mean, it's a pretty good life. It's not an easy life. It's hard work because there's all the skins to tan. It takes, like, we who buy our clothes at, well, I buy my clothes at thrift stores, but when you buy your clothes at H&M or wherever, and you don't understand. People just don't understand what an effort it was to clothe yourselves: the skinning, the hide, the tanning, the scraping, the softening, the sewing, and then if it was ceremonial, the beadwork, or even just every day there was a little bit of beadwork on stuff. Just the grinding effort that it took just for clothing, and then the grinding effort for food, and so on. It was hard work, but you were healthy, your kids were healthy. Everyone, I mean, barring some kind of wound or accident, people lived pretty good lives. There's nothing particularly remarkable about this life. Like, remarkable in the sense that big battles and important people and stuff. Nice life. You were learning I don't want to say herbology. You were learning medicine from the wise woman of the tribe. She's decided that you're going to be her successor, and she's teaching you. And she's been teaching you since you were little, like 12 or 13, before you had kids. Yeah. People from other villages come to ask for help from the medicine woman and from you. You're very good. You're doing You're doing a kind of Reiki for healing,
Mm.
um, along with the herbs and the tisanes and stuff. You're also laying on your hands and willing health and healing and good good juju into the sick person that you're treating. And she taught you that. Yeah. So there's your life in the Southwest. The word, I mean, I heard Apache, but I don't know that just might be that might be me. Um, but there you are, Nivra. I hope that it was a nice life. It was a really hard work, very hard work, never ending hard work, but a good life. Um, Next, thank you, Nivra. I enjoyed looking at that. Don't ask me questions that I don't like looking at the answers to. I'm kidding. It's just nice to see that, you know. Um, no,
Erin, I think, is
yeah,
next.
yeah. I think I'd like to save City's question for Diana, and and if you can answer Aaron's,
Yes, okay.
okay. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hi, Erin. Okay, do I have the best slides with Dwayne? Okay.
hi, Akela.
I heard brother and sister, and I see two kids. Uh, a brother and a sister playing outdoors in a, by the ocean, just standing up. And I heard you both competed for attention. As siblings, you both competed for attention. And like you liked each other, but you always had that competition between the two of you that caused the friction. And you're close in age, so that made a little more um, annoying in that sense, I guess.
Yeah, I got big sibling energy.
Mm-hmm. It's like one trying to outdo the other. Like you both had that, there was a closeness. There was a, yeah, you liked each other. You for being, brother and sister. But every activity that you did together uh, led to that. I want more attention now. I'm better than you, and anyway. So that's why you feel that that he bugs you, because of that connection from the past. I hope that helps, and thank you for your question, Aaron.
I also got, Aaron, I also got that he did brother tricks on you, uh,
I
like
can't. Yeah.
the frog in your. You put a frog somewhere where you put in your hand and you found it and it freaked you out. And I, so you put your hand in something. So your lunch box, your book bag, something like that. I have this image of reaching in and finding this cold, slimy thing. It's not. I'm
I
sorry,
love that.
Yeah, it
but
was really a brother annoying his sister.
yeah,
Every time he had a chance to annoy you and do
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. He was very annoying. So
Hmm.
that's kind of the energy that you're still feeling from him. Um, but he doesn't actually mean it's not really malicious. Like it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Like it's not personal. He just you're his sister, and he just you know
It was
wants to.
like his job to annoy you,
Yeah. He just that's just what. How can I make her crazy today?
Hmm.
And it's not even it's not even I hate her. I want her to feel pain. Nah, it's nothing like that.
Yeah, it was part of annoying you and part of growing up together.
It's like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna get rid of
I
me.
did things to annoy my sister too. I have a sister that's 5 years younger, and I'll say it quickly because we running out of time. But I remember one time I told my sister, and I always loved drawing and painting and arts and all. So we had it was a nice sunny day, and I had a large blackboard and not crayons, we call the
Chalk.
chalk, yes. And then I told her I would like to draw a portrait of her. And then she sat quietly, nicely for me. She was posing for me. She sat, and I patiently drew her portrait. When it was review time, I drew her like, she was wearing braids. So I drew her with the braids, right on side, missing teeth, zits all over her face, cross-eyed, and with flies coming out of her hair.
You're still
That was the portrait, and she's still mad about it to this day. I still laugh, and she's still mad about it. So yeah, siblings energy right there.
I'm so glad I grew up an only child. I never had
Stitches. I
Oh,
got
it was so much
stitches.
fun.
I never
Oh,
had
she
to.
still remembers to this day. She still gets mad about it.
Well, and who can blame her? My cousins showed like some of that sibling energy to the sister.
That was really serious, and I was really taking my time. Anyway, it was fun.
So okay, so we have this is the question I saved for you, Diana,
Okay.
from Hypnicity.
High hypnicity. Nalani. Yes. Okay. So as I mentioned a minute ago, in my dream last night, I saw the sword being thrown in to the lake for the first time, and it had belonged to and to someone who was in a evil frame of mind. They had been an abused youngster, but they were evil because of the abuse. Now, your time with Merlin. Oh dear, there's somebody knocking at my door. Take the next question. I will come right back.
Okay. All right. So next is Jonathan Daly for me. He wants to have a reading about a free teaching that I was thinking about implementing. Would that be good for me to do? Well, yes, any teaching is good. I mean, anything that people have to teach others, it's good to do. Just on principle, it's always good to teach what you know. Now, would that be a good thing for you to do? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There's a chorus line lined up behind me going, do it, do it, do it. So, yeah, Jonathan, the short answer is yes, please implement that. And you will gain a lot. Sorry, just give me a sec. It will bring you benefits that you cannot even imagine. You will grow as a person, you will grow as a teacher, but there are other benefits that will come to you as a result of this. So yes, so do it. There's like no downside to this at all whatsoever. Short reading, man, because there's no detail here. Just go for it. And please let me know, because I'm interested in what you have to teach. And I'm interested in knowing what it is you're doing. Please let us know. We're all waiting. And thanks for being here, Jonathan. Really appreciate you showing up. Thank you. Now,
may I come back? Because hypnicity, that to me right there is a sign of the interruption that occurred in your life with Merlin.
Oh.
Because he was persistent. He knocked a second time. The first time I ignored him because he should be able to hear me talking, right? But it was a salesman. So your time with Merlin was cut short. And I'm going to say that there were 2 interruptions. So you began the procedure the first time, life was cut short. Then you did that sliding doors thing and tried to come back again. You can't do that because you've been where you were and then circumstances change. So in the second lifetime, that too was cut short. Because that was the end of Merlin's time as Merlin. He left, came back as Nostradamus. Now there was time. Because I can see Nostradamus in his desk at writing the quatrains. Your training as a bard from previous lives continues on. You were his peer, you were on an equal with him. Yeah, you kibitzed and bounced things off of each other so many times. And you even go on to the Violet Flame and Saint Germain.
Hypnicity wants to know if Arthur was Saint Germain. Interesting.
No, my understanding of it is Merlin, Nostradamus, Saint Germain. Is Joseph of Arimathea first, Mary Magdalene's uncle. I mean, because so many of the records are hidden, to me, Joseph of Arimathea could very well have been Yeshua's earthly father. And that when Yeshua was crucified, he became Mary Magdalene's father, uncle, whatever, and then got her out, because Joseph of Arimathea was a wealthy merchant tinsmith and had connections all over the world, and that he put her and the children on the boat and got them to France.
Yeah.
And then, then his return was Merlin. And then Merlin's demise, next lifetime return, is Nostradamus, continuing on the legacy of the bard. And again, when that came to an end, and as generations do, because the time changes, all people get wiser, or not, but things change around the circumstances. So then he came back as Saint Germain. And Saint Germain, and the other thing that helps me to believe this is because there is a food recipe of suspended animation that the Buddhists practiced, and Joseph of Arimathea would have known this. Quite possibly Yeshua didn't die, he got out of there as well. And that because the missing years of Yeshua were spent in the mountains of Tibet, he would have certainly been privy to this knowledge of what the recipe is. And Saint Germain goes away and comes back and goes away and comes back because he ate a meal that he would never ever let anybody see. And for the longest time, I had a hard time with accepting him, or paying attention to the impact of Saint Germain, because it's like, okay, so what's this gruel he's eating? Is he a vampire? I mean, what is all of this about? But when I discovered the recipe of the suspended animation, and that Merlin was able to do that, I just was able to accept Saint Germain as the next phase in life. Though, there's a couple of different lists out there that say the reincarnation progression of who Merlin was.
Hypnicity thinks she may have been a sister of Merlin's.
Oh, which would explain being cut short, because Merlin would have taken off as well. And I got rid of this guy at the door, right? And we just need to take that as part of the demonstration of what happened with your time with him. Yeah. Of how there was a separation and then a second separation.
Yeah.
If you were younger than him, or even if you were older than him, you would have been in a position to want to ignore him, or him ignore you. And then I did give in and go and answer the door, and had to send him away. He's expecting me to open the door with two dogs getting ready to lurch at him on the porch. What do you want to sell me? Siding? No, go away. I'm happy with my siding.
Oh, thanks, Diana.
Yeah, thank you, Diana.
And thank you, Hypnicity, for a really interesting question. Awe has just come into
There you go, Hypnicity. I just read her, explains her relationship with her half-brother in this life. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So next for me is Imelda, who wants a general reading So after Imelda is Carl for Viviani, and then we're done for the day. And oh my goodness, it's 1 hour 15 minutes. That must be a record for us for the shortest ever.
Yes.
Death of a salesman. Yeah. That's funny, Paul. That's very
Mhm.
funny.
Love it.
Yeah. That's the kind of humor I really like. Like it's subtle, but it's
Yeah.
okay. So Imelda, if it's so well, my privilege as the reader, I choose to interpret that as messages for you from your Akashic Records masters. Or maybe it'll be your guides and angels. I'm not sure yet. We'll just see what happens. Okay, I'm just going to ask for some messages. Imelda, you're a shining beacon of light. Your devotion, your your prayers, your love have made you a, a lighthouse. I see a lighthouse on a stormy night. I'm getting really big chills right now. You're a deeply, deeply connected person. I don't know if you knew that, but you have a deep connection to spirit, to God. However, unknowable essence of all being, however you want to name that presence. Um, you can rely on it. It will guide you. You have excellent, excellent uh, intuition, really top-notch intuition because of this connection that you have with spirit, with God. Keep learning, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. Your um, your light is shining and is really important to the people around you, people that you may not even know, but it helps the people around you. Just your presence helps the people around you. You're a deep well, a reservoir of spirit. I'm sure you've heard this from other psychics, but you had many, many, many lifetimes, like over 100. You're an old soul, and you're not. Um, this is absolutely not your first rodeo, and you know exactly what you need to learn in this life. Maybe not consciously. It may not be conscious, but your soul. You're very connected to your heart, to your soul, and that connection serves you well. You're very responsive to your soul's inspirations. Don't lose that. Don't stop that. Keep going. Keep going. You are deeply, deeply loved and admired by your guides and your angels. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I got. You guys get anything else?
I didn't. I was actually um, I asked Dakota to retype her question because it got missed and it was from the beginning. So I'm sorry
Oh,
about that. So I
oh, I'm
wasn't.
sorry, Dakota.
So I
Okay.
just added her question because it was from the uh,
Okay.
batch in the beginning.
Okay. Thank you. Imelda, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some comfort and some
Hmm.
useful information, some encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Leah wants to know if the three of us are connected. Well, yeah.
We're all connected.
Sister Mary, we were nuns together because
Well, yeah, but
We're all connected in this community, one way or another. We're all here, so we're all
yeah,
part of the same tribe.
yeah,
So that's the connection right there. You know, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, we have the three of us have had at least one, and I think maybe three past lives together, and so yeah, we are connected. But we would be connected even without the past lives,
Yeah.
just because we're here doing this service together, which connects us like spiritually pretty profoundly.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you know, we open. Doesn't matter which one of you are saying the opening. We open together, and that immediately puts us in the same
space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Room, space, cave,
Oh, yeah.
whatever we're in. And because our own separate personalities sort of meld into one spirit, one experience.
Yes.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Soul sisters. On
Yeah.
the soul train.
Okay. Carl has the next question, and then Dakota, who I apologize that I missed your question earlier, and thank you very much, co-host Viviani, co-host of the year, for picking that up because I totally missed it. This is Carl's question.
Yes.
And
okay, hi Carl. Okay, when we were scanning last Sunday, a black butterfly was lurking behind, and many noticed it too, as it came back twice. I right off the bat, I don't know if they were going to tell me who was it, but before even getting into the records, we know that butterflies represent transformation and metamorphosis and change, and all that beautiful stuff. So
message.
Yeah. I don't get that it was a person necessarily, but that it was mostly a general thing from spirit to get your attention, to
yeah,
get your attention to
it was a sign to get you. It's like that, a sign to get you to be
pay attention to signs.
just like
Here's something. This is what you watch out for. This is the kind of thing we want you to look for.
Yeah, so that was good that you noticed because it is all about noticing. Um, I know others also noticed, but they were sending you the sign because yes, they want you to be paying attention to that. Whether it's numbers, whether it's the black butterfly, you noticed that was unusual, and getting more in tune with your intuition. But let's see if they have a message for you.
Carl wants to know if it's a good sign. Well, there aren't any bad ones, really. These are just indicators that for you to pay attention to the spirit world around you. Pay attention to the next dimension, to the other dimension. usually for me, someone died. Well, maybe they did, but that's not necessarily what they mean. Not necessarily.
It's more about the metamorphosis. You're through the caterpillar stage. All of the ingredients that were once the caterpillar have gone.
Yes. I got something just like that. It was a sign, and it's to uh the meaning, yes, definitely transformation and change. When it comes to being good or bad, I didn't get that, but I got the light and shadow because of the black, because of the color being black. So we all have a shadow side. So it is also, I'll say, to.
It's like draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
This is where in your business, this is where it becomes black and white. There can be no gray. It's all or it's nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yoda says, try or do not try, do. And so that's how you have to look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think this was more about you and
Yes.
not somebody that died. Okay.
Yes.
I don't think this is a representation of someone on the other side saying, "Hey, I'm here. Hello." This is to you about you.
Yes.
And about your transformation, and about your confronting your shadow side, about your developing yourself, you're developing your spirituality, developing your
the signs and all of that. And,
yeah.
You were at work when this happened. If you had been sitting and contemplating, that would be a different story. But you were doing your business.
Yeah.
So this is like, okay, all that baby, getting started and yeah, I want to do this. How do we get this started? How do we keep it successful?
Yeah.
That's where you are. You're in that. This is your job. This is what you love to do. Your calling is your career. How do you keep it stable?
Yeah.
You have to draw the line.
Yeah, draw the line, have boundaries, and bring light into I'll say the shadowy aspects of not having a clear perhaps contract or deadline for payment, or maybe you get a down payment, but how about, okay, if you don't pay by this date, then there's I don't know, maybe a late fee of this amount of money, so then people will be more like, okay, clear boundaries.
Say we're in the black, we're in the red, we got no money. We're in the black, we're breaking even. We're in the green, we're making money. So you're in the black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So thank you for your question, Carl. And thanks for being here.
Supposed to issue a receipt, Carl. That's just good business sense.
Yes. Yes. Like, absolutely.
You put it all on. I mean, you do it. You create a paper trail because that'll cover yourself.
Yes. And I think, like, just like say, you do get a down payment, but I think if you start just doing that, okay, if you don't, here's the amount of the first payment, but if there's if it is a late payment, like it often happens to you, how about, then you decide, I don't know, 20% more because it's a late payment. You have to have boundaries, and you have to clarify that when from the beginning.
Yeah.
And so
now
then
you can't, unfortunately, ethically, going back to Oliver and doing that now, it wasn't part of your original agreement. But from this point forward,
absolutely,
that's how you should conduct it, because just what the girl said, it's your paper trail and it's your protection. Somebody can come back and say, well, you didn't do the job. No, that's not it at all. This is just
and some receipts. They can also say, I paid you already, you're lying, and then you don't have, how come I know? Yeah.
A receipt. That's why you have receipts.
Yeah.
And it's really, really important. I'm just, as a former bookkeeper, which I really don't really want to do again. But it was good for putting food on the table and paying the rent. I just got to tell you how important that is to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. It's it's important to protect yourself with contract.
There you go. He's going to help you register the business. This new acquaintance that has come into your life, that has come through finally.
Awesome.
Great.
You can get everything on a great heel. So yeah, so that's what the transformation is about then. It's about transforming your business so that it's a real business and not just some guy with some equipment who does stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Right.
and we'll pay him when we feel like it. No. This is a
Yeah.
business. You're gonna pay me what you owe me, and you're
Yeah.
gonna pay me at the right time, and you're gonna I think
You
that's
can-
what that's about.
You know, I mean, it's a wonderful feeling to just be able to trust the universe, but we can't do that with people
Yes.
because there is a standard that needs to be measured up to in order to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
Yes,
To hold
and
me
you be more
accountable.
respected also.
Right. All of
Yeah.
us need to be held.
Yeah.
You be more
Good,
respected
Carl.
as a professional, and then from that, everything will just get better and
Good.
better from when
Yeah.
once established that
See,
boundary
the
and when you
attorney is going
establish.
to help.
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
That's
Carl.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dakota. She says document. Yeah. Absolutely.
And just write a journal. Also, keep track
Yes.
of things yourself personal in a diary.
Yes, and also with we can you may have the paper and always take a picture with your phone to have an extra copy of the paper and the signature and whatever. That's always good to have a digital copy of it too. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. So, I like your comment, Sonia. Heavenly Blessed Honey says, yeah, talk is cheap, paper is solid.
Yeah.
You're welcome,
Garbage
Carl.
coffee.
I hope that helps.
Take a picture. After you write it, take a picture.
Yeah.
Next is Dakota, who wants to know about her life in Romano, Britain. And I think that's for you, Vivian. No, that's for Diana.
Oh,
or Viviani. I can't remember.
I just answered Carl's, and we just kind of did a trio, but I doubt Carl's was my question.
Okay, so
so
this is for me.
Well, that's yours, yeah.
Well, I'm seeing cobblestone wall, ground, walls. The Romano Road was, of course, adopted by Britain. But you weren't Roman. The life they're showing me, you were a Brit. At a time after which the Romans had conquered your village, they turned it back over to you, and then you had to pay them taxes. You were like the you're a gentleman, and you're like the mayor, though that's not what you were called. The word they're using for you starts with a G sound, soft J.
Dakota says they had a very weird experience one night regarding Romano Britain.
Oh.
Well, I would love to hear all about that.
Well, yeah, tell us more. Because I mean, I'm seeing you on the Brit side, not on the Romano side. They're showing me that you are British. And that even though you have to pay taxes, tariffs, whatever you want to call them, you have to pay that back to the Romans because they gave you the roads, they gave you the, the wherewithal to have this village be a more secure point. You understand your villagers, so you hold back a little to keep within the town itself, kind of like a Robin Hood.
Diana, Dakota just put in the chat the word Gaeta, Gaeta, and I got
Okay. Oh,
enormous
wow.
chills when I read that. I still have the chills when I read that.
There you go. That, yeah. Okay. Gaeta.
She saw time teams digging at Carvent in Wales. I could feel a person standing behind me yelling that I was not allowed. It was for Romans only and not for Britons.
There you go.
Whoa.
I was
Scared the crap out of me. Yeah. Oh, I watch time teams all the time on YouTube. I'm so jealous. You were watching a time teams dig. Oh my God. I would love to go.
What is Time Teams
I don't know
Dig?
what that is.
Is that a show?
Team is it's British. It's a show about these like professional archaeologists, right? And professors and like real serious people. And they go dig for 3 days for a weekend, and they'll dig a site and whatever they uncover, and they talk about it. And Tony Robinson was the host for like decades. It's been going on for like 20 years. It was taken off the air and people just erupted in protest, but then they started a YouTube channel, and they have Patreons. They have a Patreon, and they still do digs a couple of times a year, I think. And Tony Robinson doesn't host for them. Anyway, it's fabulous. If you like history and archaeology, oh my God, it is absolutely. Time Teams is the bomb, man. It's fabulous.
Blow me
It's all
over. Knock me out with a feather. Because I had no idea this show existed.
Yeah, I did not know about it either.
Oh, I watch it all the time. I love it. It's on YouTube. You just search Time Team.
Time
Time Team. And there's several channels that carry Time Team stuff. But if you look at the original Time Team thing, it'll have their most recent digs, like this summer, last summer, sorry. And yeah, they're doing Sutton Hoo again right now. So, and they do experimental archaeology, and right now they're rebuilding the Sutton Hoo ship. And yeah, thanks, Dakota. Yeah, it's an amazing show. If you don't like history, don't watch it. It's you won't enjoy it probably.
So Dakota, are you watching it on YouTube or Netflix or PBS or?
It's not on Netflix. It's not on PBS. Well, it might be on PBS. I don't know, but it's absolutely on YouTube.
Okay, I will look for that. Well, So there okay, you're Gaeta. Or maybe they said it because they were saying, well,
I got a real big hit on Gaeta.
Okay, that's how you heard them say it. I was hearing Jeddah. Something with a softer sound, like soft G or J. But I'll take that. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And then she's
yes, Mary Thornberry, Time Team official. Yes, that's the one. That's what it's called.
And so then, okay, Dakota, you heard them yelling at you as a Brit to get out. Okay. See, that's what I was seeing. Oh, well, no, because when they abandoned this town, you had been raised into a position of authority. So beyond that, and I don't know what town you were in, because that Roman road, oh my gosh, that Hadrian's Wall and everything, that's all part of it through all of Great Britain, Scotland, Ireland. Oh, that's a big. I'm sorry. I just got chills, and I just see it all happening. Carts and cobblestones, and stronger buildings, stronger homes.
I see
Mhm.
carts. I'm getting the big chills too, Diana. Carts with donkeys pulling them. Or
Yes,
yeah,
yes. Piled with
wooden
hay
wheels.
that
Wooden
that
wheels.
are the V-shaped.
Yeah, they're,
The deep
they're
V-shaped.
big solid wood wheels. They're just like
Mhm.
planks that are put together and then
Yeah.
cut in a circle and bound with iron. Oh man, they make a hell of a clatter. Wow.
Roman episodes are what you're drawn to. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing the forestry around the village, the support system of trade, you know, um, the farmers market, for lack of a better term, at this moment, because I'm kind of not shook up, but I'm just. Whew. My fighting name is in Ska was Boudica. Well, Boudica went after the Romans because they murdered her brothers.
Her daughters. Her husband, they murdered her husband, they
And
murdered
children.
and her children, and she just said, I'm done with you, and went after them. But KK says, I need to check out that show on YouTube. I had the coolest vision right as Linda was explaining the show. I saw 3 men going into caves and digging into the ground to open up huge time portals. Well, I don't know about like real time portals, but any archaeology is a time portal, okay? You picking up shoes that
Mhm.
somebody 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, imagine all that energy.
Look at what they
All
just
that.
found in Pompeii, that they were able to not open, but
Mhm.
because of the technology we have, we're able to read this scroll that talks about the missing years of Yeshua. I can't wait till that comes out because,
Mhm.
Dakota, yes, I'm aware. I just didn't want to say those words.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, because, just because I've read a lot of stuff, I know that.
Yeah.
About Boudica.
Yeah, that's, I think, pretty common knowledge about Boudica and her daughters.
Right.
Um,
Britannia, all of the goddesses of the place.
Mm.
Yeah, she really did kick butt. Boudica did. Yeah. Burned London to the ground.
Wow.
Yeah. Interesting.
Thank you for your question. That was, and I'm glad you typed again your question because you got to this interesting reading. So thank you so much.
I'm like speechless.
Mm-hmm.
That never happens.
I got major chills
Mm-hmm.
nonstop for like the last 5 minutes since we started reading on this. So this is a powerful moment.
Mm-hmm.
And
we are living in strange times indeed. We must stay present and purple-haired.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
I just feel like letting my freak flag fly.
That's all good. Yeah, we appreciate that.
Okay, so we're at an hour and 45. Whoa.
Time for healing.
That's
And
still pretty good because we've been known
That's
to
awesome,
never.
though. Yeah.
But you know what? To the chatters, thank you for your interest, support, sticking
yes,
with us.
yes.
Yeah.
And it's not only just for your question that you stick around. I mean, you witness things that
Mm-hmm.
are unexpected because
Yeah.
we're in an Akashic field and we're not the field, the library, the cave, the portal underground. We're in not.
Yeah.
We're presently not present.
Yes. Yeah, we appreciate you all being here and for being patient and again sticking around to the end. And
Okay.
We
um,
still have 27 people watching. Viviani, what's coming up for you this coming week?
I'll be here hosting next week for our Akashic Adventures on at 5 Eastern and 2 p.m. Pacific time. I don't have anything else scheduled. I have a live with coming up with Heather from Soul Alchemy Indigo Jaguar, and that's going to be July 18th, I believe. I didn't post the thumbnail yet for that, but that's coming up soon. I can believe, it's just gonna be, it's July is basically like right here, so it's crazy. But yeah.
Diana, what about you? What are you doing?
Well, I have the dream show at 9 Eastern tonight. And then I'm not sure about Thursday. Last Thursday, I was to be on with Allie, but I had to renege because I had an event that I'd forgotten about. And so I was in Detroit reading cards for the public. So anyway, I'm not sure with the rest of this week, probably doing readings with Angela, Cartomancy Mesquite,
Mm-hmm.
the Crystal Grid, Nancy Jean's Crystal Garden. That will be Sunday or Monday. And then back here with you guys on Tuesday. I get my permanent put on Thursday. So yay. I just feel like I moved it. It's funny. We don't notice these things on other people.
Yeah.
But the vanity comes in.
Oh, yeah. No, I totally get that. Believe me. I totally get that. Thanks, Diana. Thanks, Viviani.
Thank you.
I've just been informed that I hit 299 subscribers.
So that means there is a giveaway coming up.
There might be. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. But I'm thrilled, and thank you all so much.
Okay.
I next or the day after tomorrow, so like this Thursday, I have a show with my regular Thursday live with Gerald Tarostash. We're going to, it's not going to be so much about readings. We're going to do a discussion on ethics, both for readers and for people in chat. And so like,
sounds great.
Yeah, principles of ethics 101 for readers. For readers and audience, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to be discussing that. And probably if we can take questions, it'll be like maybe 4 or 5 questions. It won't be like a real live readings show, It'll probably still go over time because me, blah, blah, blah. And next week on here, and I have to get in touch with Jonathan because after what he said about the course that he wants to, I really want to have him on the show and talk about him and talk about what he's doing and and see about what that's going to look like. And yeah, so I'm going to try to do that. this, like, well, clearly in July, because next week's July. So that's what I'm up to. I have lots of, Diane says she has questions for that episode. Heck yeah, me too. I have like as he was writing what when I read what he wrote, I just like immediately saw this list of questions pop up in my head.
He's a great reader.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And Viviani needs 2 more to hit 300. So
tell Wanda and your birds to subscribe. Your other birds, like, come on, Wanda.
yes, absolutely. She should. She's been very standoffish the last couple of days. So I hit 300.
I need one more. I have 299. I just refreshed my page. So thanks to whoever subscribed.
Whoever's not subscribed to Viviani, Wiki Wacky's on your knuckles, and
sometimes you have to double check too, because of what YouTube every once in a while may unsubscribe people. I don't know why, but
yeah, I know that happens to me a lot.
But I am so grateful.
Awesome.
I'm hungry, grateful. I am so grateful to every subscriber and all of you here, and it's been fun.
Yeah, and Pierrette White just joined us, and I'm sorry, Pierrette, but yeah. Oh, so it's a double 300. We both just hit 300, Viviani.
Oh, mine is showing 299. I don't know why I have to. I did. Somebody got unsubscribed because it's showing 299 on mine. I don't know what's up with YouTube here.
Yeah,
YouTube
I don't know.
Is being stubborn.
Well,
so I can't celebrate yet. But anyway,
we'll just celebrate anyway.
I am refreshing the page, so somebody got unsubscribed without knowing, I guess.
Oh yeah, so check your subscriptions, people, because stuff gets dropped and stuff gets added. Well, not added; it just gets dropped randomly. But anyway,
yes.
Well, before we close, I have to.
We need to heal, and
I have to sing what's becoming our theme song here. You don't remember me, but I remember you. Was not so long ago. You broke my heart in two. Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart. Over you.
I hope Paul's still here.
If we could start anew, I wouldn't hesitate. I'd gladly take you back and tempt the hand of fate. Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart, caused by you. Next week, I'll give you the other 2 verses.
Shall
we do the healing?
Healing, yes.
Let's begin. Let's end as we began with 3 deep breaths. Hold on the top and exhale with your lips parted.
Okay.
Please place us in a steady stream of divine white light, the white light of divine guidance and grace. Mikhail, wrap your blue bubble of protection around us that shrinks to fit as we step into the healing teal green orb of Raphael that floats and shares and spreads and transfers. The divine white light, the white light of divine guidance and grace, so mote it be.
I love your blessings, Diana.
Thank you, Diana. It's so peaceful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
now,
now, And now for the closing the records. I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. And I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, we lock the records of this group. The records are now closed. Big hugs to all of you. Hugs and love and all the
Hugs.
vibes.
Spirit.
Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And we'll see you all next Tuesday. Okay?
Thank you all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.